Adventure Underground.
Okay, I'm Mike Armstrong. I'm with the United States Fish and Wildlife Service with the Kentucky Field Office here, and I'm the Southeast Region Bat Recovery Coordinator. So today we're at B&O Cave doing our winter bat hibernation count, population count. We do these counts every 2 years. This particular cave has, let's see, 3 endangered bat species, well, 2 endangered and 1 threatened bat species present within it. The Indiana bat and a few gray bats tend to turn up in here, are both endangered, and then the northern long-eared bat as well is another species that we find. It's one of the more important bat hibernaculum for Indiana bats in the state of Kentucky, especially during this season's survey that we do. It has averaged anywhere from 1,200 to 3,500 Indiana bats during our counts in the past. What we do with this data, we go in every 2 years into these caves just to check on the numbers, see where they're at. And this is the best way for us to keep track of how populations are managing across the state. Each state does this within the range of the species. What we end up with is a full population estimate for each of the cave hibernating bat species. And we'll put all that together and look at those numbers every 2 years and see whether they're increasing or decreasing or staying about the same.
We've had bands that have we've counted a bat and pulled a number off, and a bat came from New York State before in some of our caves here.
That's a red one as well?
No, that's a silver one.
Unfortunately, we've seen a lot of decreases in our state over the past 6-7 years from white nose syndrome. It's a fungal disease that's moved down from, first showed up in New York State in 2006 and showed up in Kentucky in 2011 and is now present throughout the state of Kentucky. This cave is fairly large once we get inside, and we anticipate that we're hoping that there's going to be still a large number of bats. And so what we'll do, the most important thing is trying to stay as quiet as we can as we move through the cave, and be as quick as we can to basically count every individual bat that we can see. First identify it and then count those individuals. So we'll actually have, in this cave, because of its size, we'll have 2 teams. One will run down one side of the passage, the other will run down the other side of the passage. We'll have a photographer, so one person with a camera with each team, because once we get to where, and you'll see this, well, hopefully once we get in there, once you get clusters that are larger than about 30 or 40, 50 bats, in that cluster we always take photographs of those, and then we can go back to our computers, pull those photos up on the screen, and what we do is count noses. Zoom in, count individual noses to make sure that our estimates are as accurate as they can be. We will also take an estimate of each of those clusters that we photograph as we're going through, just in case something happens with the SIM card or anything else.
600.
We'll go through, we'll identify species, count numbers, we'll have a note taker, so we'll have 2 teams. And so there'll be one note taker, one IDer actually doing the count, calling out those numbers, and then we'll have a photographer that the IDer will say, we need a photo of this cluster.